They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Fresh set of downs here. And the wideout in motion. On 1st and 10, Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. 10 yards to go on 3rd. Halfback sent in motion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. That's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Second down following the incompletion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. We've got a 3rd and 11. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the tight end Ebron in motion. On 3rd down, Winston. This will be caught at the 2. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Their dangerous wide receiver from 13 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following the interception, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Jameis to throw it. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Buccaneer place kicker, Roberto Aguayo now. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll come out in the pistol. And now here's a carry heading left. Cutback left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll give it to him right up the gut. This will go for 5 up to the 33. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can get that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
2 yards to go here on 3rd down. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because, for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long. That he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about...
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping... And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And the tight end Ebron in motion. A 1st down throw for Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up this.
And the tight end Ebron in motion. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Jameis again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Surveying the field. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Shift together here from the D-line. And the back goes into motion. First down, Winston. And it's incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
On 1st and 10, Winston. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. Give him 22 on that one. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll give the Bucs a 1st down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now come the Lions. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be 1st down Lions.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Here we go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Set. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Get him. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Safety green.
Looking to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. First down, Winston. Ebron caught left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Second down and just 1. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Off the play fake, Winston. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game, are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And cuts it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. Aguayo on for the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half. And
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. And this one is incomplete. So we come up, well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to air. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They come out here in the eye.
Green, 39. Leopard. Check. Lucky. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go with a keeper. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Jameis on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneaks a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, there's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Second down following the run. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on third down. Back to throw here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Time running out here on the play clock.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Following the interception, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
And now they're in the hurry up. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after now for Aguayo. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
For that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
All right, now look at 56. All right, here we go. 56. Leopard. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Hot.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Watch out. God. Detroit. Over. All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out come the Bucs now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Ready. Blue ready. White. Motion.
First down, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Lions have recovered. And great effort. And does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll need to get the play off quickly, and they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And quickly, they get to the line. Off the play fake. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence that the coaches address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, easy. Ready. 125. Flip. Easy.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now a handoff looking right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there, saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Aguayo on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The eight. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah, Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. Ready. That boy's got 4. 4 down. Flip. No. Off.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The tight end changing his position. Third and short yard. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. And Detroit getting set to go now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A pickup there of 37. And the Lions are going to have a first.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up, allowed for more time to throw the ball deep downfield, and a big-time completion.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Shift together here from the D-line.
Check 31, check 31. Ready, wait. Begin. Wait, watch the shift. Ready, flip, check 26, check 26.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll get 23 yards there. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Let's go, baby. Here we go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for. But go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.